Previously on Animal Cop South Africa.
Gosh, he really needs to clean up here. You can't have farm animals and rubbish.
What you're feeding can be a real danger to your pigs. Surgical gloves.
That was just over a month ago. Senior Inspector James Murphy was unhappy with the chaotic living conditions on a small holding. Pigs, chickens, cats, dogs and goats were all needing some attention. But the farmer was keen to improve things and receptive to James's advice. So today, he's returning with his boss, Chief Inspector Andries Venter, to check that the farmer has been keeping up the good work. But they're in for a bit of a shock. The owner is nowhere to be seen. They take a look around. Straight away, something doesn't seem quite right.
What's happening here? Look at this place. Shucks. There was a house here.
It quickly becomes clear that there's been a fire.
Okay, when you're talking about a farm, you actually have a farmhouse?
Yeah.
This is like a weird setup, James.
The glass is all melted here. You can see the heat. Must have been pretty intense. There was pigs in here.
Please tell me that there was pig food in there, so there must have still been pigs in here.
Not necessarily. This has been... See, the pigs were in here. As you can see, there's all burnt inside here. And whether the pigs were actually in here or whether they were able to get out, I don't know. But he didn't have many pigs here.
James and Andries are anxious to find out where the pigs are. On the other side of the property, they discover some new buildings and the pigs. Initial impressions are positive. The animals look healthy and well cared for.
He's got his shavings, he's got the water troughs. He's got a nice big area for all the babies here. So yeah, I'm impressed.
But nothing prepares them for what's round the corner.
Ooh!
It seems that two of the pigs didn't make it out of the fire in time.
That burn looks pretty extensive. And that would have been very raw and painful, and this animal should have had treatment, some painkillers and some ointment to actually heal that properly. Looks like he hasn't consulted a vet on treatment, and this is unacceptable.
I will have to take them in for treatment or let the vets have a look and have an assessment. I'm quite upset that the owner knew we do exist and he didn't phone us.
Yeah, I don't know what his reasoning would be, but it's definitely not. Ooh, okay, good. Okay, good. Oh, you're a big girl.
James and Andries think they need immediate vet care for their wounds to prevent infection.
Coppage, please, you must hurry.
Andries gets on the radio to call for transport. He wants to get the pigs to the SPCA hospital as quickly as possible.
Okay, meneer, in terme van die dierebeskerming...
Next, he calls the owner.
...behandeling gekry nie. Was hier... Okay, hoekom het jy ons nie gekontak nie? Jy het geweet ons is daar om te help. Ek gaan nie met die strei nie. Okay, in terme van die dierebeskermingswet vat ek hierdie varke. Vat nie al die varke nie, vat die 2 wat gebrand het. Okay.
The owner says that the fire was an accident and that the burnt pigs weren't the only victims. Sadly, another pig died in the blaze.
Yeah, the fire has upset the apple cart. In that, yeah, I mean, one pig lost its life, 2 are badly burned. If you think about that place burning down, I mean, this is all wood. If this catches fire, these pigs are toast.
Inspector Wilbur Kenkebi arrives with the trailer to transport the pigs back to the SPCA hospital. The owner also turns up, and he seems keen to explain his side of the story.
Well, you know what's worrying now is that all that is wood, and if you got that burned down, and this is going to burn down in no time, and you got lots of pigs in here, then you're going to have trouble.
Die tyd verloop en kwai vriende maak met mense. Ek sukkel maar so voort, meneer.
Andries makes it clear that this is his final warning. The owner agrees to pay for the vet care. and wants the best thing for the pigs.
He's giving his full cooperation, and we're taking the animals in to be assessed by the vets.
I'm going to give him a warning for the pig for not treating it.
All that's left now is to load the pigs.
Well, it being a very large female could be quite aggressive.
Over, incoming.
Come on. Come on.
And the mother isn't going to make it easy. She has other ideas.
Come on. Come on. Come. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
The team are no match for this determined parent.
She's so... Oh, my head. Hey, she lifted me up.
They're going to need a bigger barrier.
I need to keep pushing. We can always tuck that over. Sounds like we're getting thrown by a pig, yeah. We managed to get it in with a little bit of minor coaxing. Yeah, this is a successful load. Just need to kind of batten down the hatches here and make sure she's safe for the long journey back to base.
With mother and baby safely in the trailer, next stop is the SPCA hospital to check out their wounds. There are 93 SPCAs in South Africa. At its base in Grassy Park, Cape Town, the Cape of Good Hope SPCA has 10 inspectors who respond to cases of animal cruelty and pleas for help. The pigs that were burnt in an accidental fire at a small holding are arriving at the SPCA.
Are you guys ready? Watch. Come on. Hey.
Chief Inspector Andries Venter and Senior Inspector James Murphy are eager for a vet to assess the extent of their injuries and make a full report.
Take this up. And we close the door. Closing. And in.
Vet George Birch is on hand to take a look.
There is quite a large raw area of skin on the right-hand side of the mom on the chest area. But as you can see, the wounds have been healing quite well. The piglet, on the other hand, has got a couple of more deeper wounds. So I think at this stage we might give them some antibiotics. What we'll definitely do is probably apply some ointment onto the piglet's wounds. Maybe some wound sprays would also be the easiest to go here. But it's amazing how well these production animals, how well they cope. They are quite hardy animals, and I mean 3 weeks and they're looking like this. If this was a person, they would be really badly in pain.
Fortunately for the pigs, their wounds are healing well. Despite the severe appearance of the burns, it seems their injuries aren't as bad as they look, and their general condition is good. Today, Inspector Wayne Hector is checking up on a worrying situation for the SPCA hospital. It seems a patient of theirs with a badly broken leg hasn't been back to have her splint removed. Wayne is on his way to find out what's going on. He's been told the dog's name is Tina. As he arrives, Wayne spots a dog in the front yard.
This dog has been in the MVA about 3 months ago, and it got the pins in, and it should have been back to be rechecked or removed the pins last month already, but the owner didn't take it to be removed, so now they're worried that the pins is it's getting infectious, the wounds.
The hospital's biggest concern is that the leg might become infected, which would result in the dog losing the limb.
So you can see the flame is red, probably because it's putting pressure on it. It's some irritation there. It's still running, walking and barking, and it's still active though. But yeah, we have to look at it at that wound.
Some neighbours arrive to find out what's happening.
Do you know the owner of the dog?
The owner, yeah.
Are you the owner?
No, Ozzy.
Ozzy, can I, is he here?
No, he's working.
Okay,
What's up?
I'm going to leave a note here. We're going to take the dog in for the pins and it needs to be taken out. Are you able to handle this dog?
Yeah, that was fine.
Can you
That
help
was-
us?
That was cool.
Is it?
Yeah. Just leave your contact.
I'm going to leave a
number.
note here for him.
You can put it in his door if you want.
Put this up. Go, Kelly.
Wayne's top priority is the welfare of the dog. He's going to ensure Tina gets the veterinary care she needs.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, sir. This way.
He leaves a warning for the owner to contact him.
It's cruel to leave your dog to suffer because you don't have money. He needs his freedom to be free of the stress and discomfort, so we need to sort this out. Okay.
Come on, bite it.
There you go, Gary. It's an offense to deny treatment, but I'm being reasonable here. If he needs to sort out the money situation, we can sort it out at the office. But in the meantime, get the dog treated.
Wayne's anxious to get Tina to the SPCA hospital, where a vet can inspect her leg and decide on the best course of action. Vet Joy Barry is waiting to take a look. If a splint is left for too long, it can cause more problems than it cures. She immediately spots something of concern.
Looks like there's a skin infection. It is like a foreign object going through the skin and into the bone. So you can actually get infection not only in the skin, but actually going into the bone and the whole operation failing and the dog actually losing its leg in the end. It's limping a little bit, but it's not too bad actually. So I think it's probably just in the skin and actually not, the infection is not actually going right into the bone.
Before Joy can go any further, she needs to make sure she has the full picture.
What we need to do is we need to take an X-ray and just see if the pins are ready to come out.
If the X-ray results are positive, Joy can go ahead and remove the splint. Horse Care Unit Inspector Wilbur Kincabe is heading to the Cape Flats area of Cape Town. Cape Flats lies 12 miles north of the city. It's densely populated, making it an unlikely place to keep a horse.
In connection with a horse that is confined in a small area, which is a quarter of the garage. And there's a lot of flies, according to the complainant. I'm just coming to check on that now. Hello.
Wilbur is taken through the house and into the garage to see the horse.
I see the horse, it doesn't look bad. And there is a bedding here. And what I'm more concerned is about keeping of the horse here. If they do keep this horse here permanently, that would not be the right thing. It has to be out on a paddock or something. Just, it can't stay here forever.
Like he's not staying like permanently here. He's like on the in Philippi, you know,
Yeah.
on the farm where all the horses is.
But why do you bring it here?
It's like his horse. He's like he wants a horse, you know. But
If it's his horse,
Yeah.
he must go to the farm, this child. Must go to the farm for whatever, if you want to ride or whatever.
Yeah.
He must go there. You can't bring the horse to him.
you have to say that to my husband. He doesn't understand that.
Why you keep this horse here, Jason?
Because I love horses. Yesterday, we did take her out to the farm's field, so we did ride her there.
Where's the farm field?
There by Lente, a soccer field.
Yeah, but you cannot just take it out for riding. I mean,
We
he
did
can't
to
stay.
walk there, yes. We did take her to walk there. And eat the grass.
Yeah, now this is wrong. You can't keep the horse here.
It is
You must
unfair
take-
to him, yes, I know
It's
that.
unfair, yeah.
Yeah.
The horse looks well fed, but Wilbur is not comfortable with its living arrangements. As he's leaving, the father arrives.
You can't keep it here all the time. You can't permanently keep it
No,
here.
no, we don't keep it permanently here. What we do is at night we come in and during the day it comes out again.
As you say, but when we got here, this horse was here. What time are you taking it out if you do take it out?
Just after school. We
But
race on the horse
you should take it in the morning.
in the
You
morning.
should take it, yeah, because you
That
can't.
won't be any problem. I can do that for you in the morning still.
Yeah, you can take it.
But that you must guarantee me that the child will keep his pet because that's his only love that he got.
This is the garage. It's not a place to keep a horse. They can't keep it here permanently. they have to take it out for grazing and bring it back later.
The family is new to horse ownership, so Wilbur wants to make them realise what they're taking on. He gives them a warning and 3 days to improve the conditions. It's a rainy start to the day at the SPCA in Grassy Park. But despite the bad weather, vet George Birch still needs to make sure that the pigs which were burnt in an accidental fire are healing well. The pigs are enjoying the damp conditions and don't seem eager to come inside for a checkup. Getting a good look at them is going to be tricky. Finally, they calm down. George creeps up to see how their wounds are progressing.
And you can see you can't really restrain a big animal like this. We're not going to really sedate the animal to do this. You can see the wounds have healed quite nicely, and that's very superficial. Piglet, same story, wounds are looking much better. There's just a lot of scab still left on the back there of that piglet, but as you can see, it's healing well.
The antiseptic spray will prevent infection.
Yeah, I think it's fine for the pig to go home. The wounds are looking great and they're eating well, they're alert, they're not depressed. Obviously said the mom's is a bit tired at the moment from being chased around, but otherwise from that they're doing fine.
It's a hectic day for the SPCA hospital. Vet Joy Barry and Chief Theatre Orderly Winati Makilipi are busy taking x-rays of the dog with the splint on its leg. Tina's owners should have brought her in to have the splint removed over a month ago, but they never returned. Joy is hoping that the delay in removing the splint hasn't caused any problems.
What you can see here is like a massive callus forming around where the fracture line was. You can see just around the pin there's like a loosened area, but there is a possibility that there could also be infection actually in there. Yeah, I would say looking at the X-ray actually that it could have been removed a while ago. But this can definitely come off.
Fortunately, there are no serious complications. Joy can finally remove Tina's splint, and there's no time like the present. Tina has been sedated to keep her calm, and it's a fairly straightforward procedure.
Let's put it here, Chief. What we would do now, we'll cut and then we'll just pull out the pins, shave the skin, clean it up, and send it home with some antibiotics. There we go. Usually when we actually put an X-fix in, the first time we get the animal back in 4 weeks' time, to do an X-ray to see if the bone is healed. There we go. If it's not ready, 2 to 3 weeks later again, we would get it back again and so on until it is actually healed.
Although it looks serious, once the sedative has worn off, Tina will be on her feet in no time. "12 miles east of the SPCA headquarters in Grassy Park, Wilbur is back to check on the horse in the garage. But there's a surprise in store for him.
Hello, good day. Oh, this is the place where he was.
The horse is nowhere to be seen. But there is something in its place.
Oh, you got the bicycles for horses?
Yeah, so yeah, around the buy me some bicycles and that. The horse was too big for my son. He just couldn't really handle the horse. So then this gentleman came up to us and asked if we were interested in selling it. So we asked him, so he said, yes, Daddy, because it's too big for me, I can't handle it.
So you say you sold the house, you didn't even take his name or anything?
No, I didn't bother to ask him because the way he talked to me, he said that it's an old horse champion, you know.
Champion.
Yeah.
And he didn't even wanted a receipt from you?
No, he didn't ask for that, yeah.
So you say he stays in Philippi, but you don't know where?
No, he said he's got a small holding.
Okay. Yeah, I'm happy that the horse is gone, and I'm just a bit worried, hoping that the horse went to a good home
It seems the family have realized the full responsibility of horse ownership and decided it's not for them. Back at the SPCA, the pigs, which were accidentally burnt in a fire, are healing nicely, and they're ready to go home. The owner has paid for the vet care and been cooperating with the SPCA to improve conditions on the farm. So Andres agrees to return the pigs, as long as everything is up to scratch when they arrive at the small holding.
She's a very big pig and very strong, as we found out last time, so if we can get her in without stressing her out too much and getting ourselves injured in the process, it would be a bonus. Come on, big girl.
With the team assembled, now all they have to do is get the pigs into the trailer, and based on past experience, it's not going to be easy.
Stand your ground.
Then, what it will do is we'll try and lift the board. Keep the board down.
Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go.
She's very strong.
That's good. There we go. Okay. Good. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that was a lot easier.
Before they unload the pigs, Andres checks that standards haven't slipped.
We're just doing a check that everything's still in order, that nothing's gone backward or down. The inside of the stars are quite dry and seems to be in good nick. The owner's not here, but there has been a conversation with him between James and himself, and he is expecting the pigs back. So everything seems to be in order.
Satisfied that all the animals are well cared for, he gives the go-ahead to unload the pigs. And they seem very relaxed to be home.
This guy's progressed very well, but it's very rustic at the moment, but gives the pigs adequate space, shelter, they've got water, they're getting food, I mean, they're looking healthy. He does ensure that they get their vaccinations and things with the vets. It will definitely be work in progress, and we'll continue to monitor, make sure that the things get sorted out.
If he doesn't keep his facilities up to standard and according to our requirements, we will next time not be as lenient, but when we remove, we will then take it further.
It's early evening, and an emergency call has just come in to the SPCA. Senior Inspector James Murphy and Inspector Wayne Hector are racing to the rescue. And for them, the day is far from over.
We're here because a kitten has got stuck in some other drain pipe, and we need to get it out. So yeah, we're going to take a look and see what we can find.
Young cats love to play, but sadly this kitten's game has turned into a life and death situation. The kitten has been missing all day. After several hours, the owner heard faint cries from the drain pipe and called for help.
I'm not hearing anything right now. They say it was crying, so I don't know whether it's moved down or whether it's kind of fallen into the sewer somewhere. You kind of wonder why the dam cover's off in the first place, but it drops about a half meter down and then it goes along that way. Where does this pipe go to? Can we get that side? Is your
It's on the end. On the end.
Well, we're on the
That's
end.
the end.
What can you show us? Let's go see where this pipe goes to now.
With no sound coming from the pipe, James anxiously makes his way to the other end of the drain in a neighbour's yard.
If somebody along the line is flushed, it will just keep washing the cat further and further down. We want to just look and see where the drain comes out, that pipe, to see that kitten.
With night falling, James and Wayne can't afford to waste any time. Despite Cape Town's warm climate, winter nighttime temperatures can reach freezing.
And it would come probably into here somewhere.
For a kitten on its own and outside, this could be life-threatening.
Wayne, I think this is where it comes out of. An idea is to actually run some water down there to try and flush the cat out this way, and you catch it with a net here. You want to start pushing them through?
Yeah, must I do that? But while it's in the pipe, we can't get to it. So we'll be trying to get a drain rod now from the one end, pushing it to, forcing it to move to the other end.
We're going to try and find, locate the cat between each house and see whether we could find the cat, because it'll make it easier working shorter distances.
Suddenly, though, whilst they're preparing the drainage rods, the kitten starts to cry. They can hear her, but just can't see her.
Oh, is it screaming there now?
I think it's in this pipe. You see this pipe here?
Is it there?
Yeah, but you can't. It's locked. Yeah.
I'm going to go over the wall.
Might not be at the bottom here. It might be in this piece here. We must come in this side.
James goes round the other side to take a look.
It's a bit of a long way down here.
I'm blocking this side so you can't come back this way. It's right here. I think it's right here. Because the sound is coming strongly from that side, and I've no doubt it's there. Can you see him? It's not in the pipe. Is it that one?
Yeah, it's lying under the bloody pipes here. Not in the drain.
Not in the drain.
He was lying just outside here.
He hands the kitten through the wall to Wayne.
He was lying in the yard.
She's alive, but weak and very cold. The owner is relieved and grateful, but there's no time for cuddles. They need to get the kitten into the warmth of the truck.
I found him outside the drain. There's some corrugated sheeting, and they were kind of all packed on the corner. And they probably heard the screaming and thought he was actually in the drain. He doesn't look well. Like his eyes, pupils are very dilated. So something must have happened to him. Can't really tell if anything's broken at the moment. He's just very dirty. Oh, and smelly. Shame, Kitty. Okay, let's get you to the hospital. And... No. It's not looking so well. What I want you to do is actually just sign the cat over. Then we take it and look after it there. You happy with that?
Yes.
Okay.
The owner signs the kitten over. This way, the SPCA can ensure she gets all the vet care she needs. The kitten is worryingly cold and appears to be suffering from shock. James and Wayne are determined to get her back to the SPCA hospital as quickly as possible. Although it's the middle of the night, veterinary nurse Leonard Nikaiser is immediately on hand to help. Initial signs are not good.
I think it's so cold. It seems like here the temperature is not even, the thermometer is not even registering.
I don't know if there's any head trauma or something. Yeah, no, I'm thinking with the pupils that are dilated, there was some sort of head trauma. Especially with the way it looks.
Let me see if she can stand.
Yeah, you see the balance?
Yeah, it's not having any balance.
We don't know what's going on with this cat. It could just be that it's quite sick and its temperature's dropped and it's just, yeah, in a state, or it could be concussion because it seems very disorientated.
But let's just try this option number one and see how things will be.
The kitten's unresponsive. Leonard's concerned that she's suffering from hypothermia, so the first priority is to warm her up.
I'll put some hot water bottles to see if it's just gonna get warm or else the temperature's gonna go up.
Try and put it close to him. Just a bit of touch and go at this stage. The kitten just looks very, very weak and its temperature doesn't even register on the thermometer, so at this stage the prognosis is very poor. Try and get its temperature up.
It'll be a long night, but the team are going to give her every chance of pulling through. It's early morning at the SPCA hospital. Vet Cookie Harris is eager to check on the kitten brought in last night. Having spent several hours stuck in a drain, the kitten had gone into shock and appeared to be suffering from hypothermia. It was touch and go whether she'd make it through the night. Initial signs are good, and she seems pleased to see Cookie.
It's very interesting now. The kitten is actually even trying to run away now. You can see its habitat is very much improved. Also, you can see the pupils are not so dilated as they were compared to yesterday. Obviously was very terrified and almost on the verge of dying yesterday. But now the cat's temperature is 37, which is their normal temperature is between 37.5 and 38.5. So it's obviously much improved now. We're gonna try and see if she's walking, just to check if there's any concussion. She's actually very bright. You can see she's now walking around trying to run away from us. I think the hot water bottle must have helped a lot. No, she's just playful. Hey, you can have that. This is the Felicin. That's nutritional supplement for cats. Wow, that's a good sign. She just needs friends, hey? Yes, there she is. She's starting to groom herself. That's a good sign. But yeah, she looks very good.
She's made an amazing recovery. But before she's ready for a new home, she'll need some love and care to help build her strength up. And staff at the SPCA will be only too happy to oblige. Chief Inspector Andries Venter and Trainee Inspector Adiba Renze are heading east. A report has come in that 3 dogs are tied up and in unsanitary conditions. The dogs are chained up in the yard. The owner arrives to find out what's going on. He tells Andries that they are guard dogs. Dogs should be able to move around without the risk of getting tangled up.
The problem is the chaining and the condition of the dogs, the overall condition. Cleaning, lack of cleaning. All that it is. My concern is the one that's aggressive, that's thin, that's got hair loss, and the small puppy, which is starting with the same. So he's agreed that I take those 2 in for treatment. In the meantime, that he fixes up his property, and that he will release the 3rd one from the chain as well. The kids apparently leave the gate open and the dogs get out and they bite people. They've had lots of complaints about the dogs biting people, or the one specific dog.
The mother is called Lady, and she's the first to be loaded. The owner is cooperative and receptive to advice. Andries decides an educational approach is the way forward.
We would like this to be cleaned up. Hierdie hok moet reggemaak word, né? This cage needs to be fixed up. These chains need to go away, okay? And then I'm happy with the diet that you're feeding. I think you've got a worm problem here. So like pups, but easy. Come on, pups. That's all right.
The puppy is next onto the truck. His name is Bruno.
So basically, it's a management issue. He's cooperating and he's willing to let us help him, and you're going to fix everything up for us, eh? Okay, bye, donkey. Thank you, eh? All right.
The 3rd dog is in better shape, so Andries decides to leave him on the condition that he is unchained. They'll be back to check that the improvements have been made, and only then will the man get his dogs back. The dogs arrive at the SPCA. Vet Cookie Harris is eager to evaluate Bruno the puppy.
He's a very, very scared dog, isn't he? And this you see very common with animals that are coming from homes where people just keep them outside. They're outside dogs. So that's what they are. They're just dogs. They're not pets. And there's a big difference between the two. You know, you can even see in the appearance of the animal. If you just look at the condition of this one, the hair coat is very dull, and quite the hair coming off as well. And if you just look at him, the condition, you can see the ribs. So he's also a very thin dog. This dog has several skin lesions, and if you can't look closer, there's an area of hair loss there, which we refer to as alopecia. Yeah, this dog also have ticks. You can see just around the area where the tick has been sucking blood, you can see it's red there. We're going to pull that off. So he's going to get a nice shampoo. We're going to shampoo him nicely and then dip him, and then he'll have weekly treatments with the ivermectin. So he has a good chance.
Fortunately, all Bruno's problems have been caught early and are treatable. Cookie will make sure he gets all the care he needs. It's been a week since Tina, the dog with the injured leg, was confiscated. Staff at the SPCA hospital have removed her splint, and she's doing well. Tina's owner has been in touch, and today he's meeting Wayne at the SPCA to discuss the possibility of her returning home. But before she goes anywhere, Wayne wants to hear why he didn't bring her back to have the splint removed.
I struggled a little with the transport, and so I thought I'm gonna find out there by the vet in Muizenberg if they can perhaps help me so that I can make a down payment in removing the pins. And I did. It wasn't successful. They said I had to pay the full amount, and which I didn't have. With the pins in his leg, he still looks strong, but it's past expiring date.
The dog is fit to go home, so arrangements were made.
He said, okay, I could make a down payment, and then I can just give the rest so like next week or so.
Yeah, at least you did come up and claim and pay some of the money. It is sometimes a bit difficult when you have to work, and sometimes you don't have the finance to do, but at least he's shown good faith. He did bring it in after MBA, and he did give it treatment. So just the follow-up was a bit of a problem.
The owner has been struggling to pay for such complicated treatment, but Wayne thinks he deserves another chance.
The dog is in a good condition, so it's a sign that the dog is being treated well. It does go for walks. It's not being tied up in a small confinement. He's strong, man. So he must be looking after it well. I don't see the reason why he shouldn't get his dog back.
Satisfied that the owner tried his best, Wayne agrees to return Tina. And she seems happy with that decision too.
You can just don't let it get loose.
In South Africa, the abundance of wildlife means that humans and animals live in close proximity. This can sometimes cause problems for the Cape's native species. Across town, Senior Inspector Kira Joshua and Trainee Inspector Liesl Pienaar are responding to a call in the southern suburbs of Cape Town. A wild animal is in trouble, and he's too young to fend for himself.
We got a call about a baby otter in somebody's garden. It's still quite young. It shouldn't be away from its mother. They normally should be with the mother for about a year or so before they actually can manage by themselves. So it's definitely a case where we need to remove the baby. Anything could have happened to the mother.
Okay, that's really baby.
Yes.
Is that the normal color of its paws? Is something wrong there?
Well, let's just get the box quickly.
Kira and Liesl are anxious to keep him calm. He may be young, but with teeth designed for feeding on crabs and crayfish, they can't take any risks.
Come in, son. Oh, it's okay. He's coming out right now. Flash down.
Does he even have teeth yet?
Well, he just seems to be a bit stressed out in that. I'm not too sure, how developed his teeth are, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
The Cape clawless otter is a shy creature, usually found in rivers and wetlands.
Here we go. Nice and dry now. Hey. He seemed to be a bit stubborn or a bit scared, so we just managed to grab it now behind the head and just maneuver it into the box. You do find otters in the area. The thing is, because the house is on the border of a green belt and there's a river over here, at the stage we don't know where the mother is, and we need to take care of the baby. We can't just release it, so we're going to need to take it in.
For now, he'll be taken to the SPCA to check he's healthy. Vet Miles Penfold arrives to look at the cub.
So there's no sign of the mother or anything. And it is a pretty young one. It's supposed to be. It's still supposed to apparently be with a mom.
Okay, you've got a nice grip on him there. Okay, let's have a look at you. That's great. Just lift him up.
Do you want me to continue holding or?
Yeah, that's great. See, the incisors are still coming out in the front there, so still a real youngster. He's been sleeping nicely, so I'm wanting him to wake up and see how strong is he actually, and that'll let me know whether we're dealing with a really sick otter. Have you woken up now, my boy?
Wild animals can quickly go into shock, so Miles must get straight to work to minimize the stress to the cub.
Okay, I can't feel anything in the abdomen that's out of place. There's no lumps or bumps that shouldn't be there. Okay, he's looking quite nicely hydrated as well. There's no claws on the actual front feet at all. So that just shows us that this is what we call the Cape clawless otter, and that's the most common otter that we have in the area. No signs of diarrhea or anything else there. From what I can tell from him here, he's definitely quite weak from this. So I think he's either got separated from the mother or something has happened to the mother that she has not been able to feed him. And I can't find anything that would indicate a need for antibiotics or any of the other medicines. Really just needs to get food in it. Oh. Easy, 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 easy. Oh, luckily your teeth are small enough. Come on.
Despite being very frightened, the otter is in good condition. Until his mother or a specialist sanctuary can be found, he'll be taken temporarily to a local animal rehabilitator. It's been a couple of days since a baby otter was found lost and fending for himself in a suburban garden in Cape Town. Animal rehabilitator Margot Wilkie has been temporarily looking after him, and it's about time for his next feed.
Bottle came in all weak and sloppy. Now he's roaring and rearing to go. He's taking half ideal milk, half water, with about a tablespoon of Cerelac, which is a baby cereal mixed into it. They normally eat crabs, fish, frogs. So what I did was tried him on a little bit of canned fish, a little bit of raw mince, a little bit of raw fish, all sort of lumped into a bowl in bits and pieces. And he just walked straight through the middle. The scent didn't attract him at all. So you sort of pretty well take it for granted he doesn't know what it is yet. This little guy has barely got teeth. His little canines are completely see-through. And yet he's bitten right through several rubber teats already. I was warned by other rehabbers that practically toothless, they can inflict enough damage that you have to be stitched up again. Oh, he's got his teeth in the teeth. Come on, boy.
Sadly, there was no hope of locating his mother, but the SPCA has worked hard and found the next best thing.
Finally arranged a place for the otter to go to. It's a rehab place up in Joburg that had experience in rehabbing otters before, because it's going to be quite a lengthy process. It's going to be about a year process before it can be successfully rehabbed and released into the wild again.
Right, you have that.
Okay.
You guys go that way. Watch the cockatoo.
Okay.
Because he's a wild animal, it's crucial that the cub is handled as minimally as possible.
It's a private plane that's going through. They're actually just flying in from Joburg to Cape Town now. So we're off to the airport now.
He's on his way to the Freeme Wildlife Rehabilitation Centre in Sandton, Johannesburg, where wildlife experts will be able to prepare him for a life back in the wild. When he's ready, he'll be returned to the Cape for release. It's been a week since Bruno and his mum Lady were taken to the SPCA for treatment. Sadly, the medical evaluation found Lady's mange was very advanced, and taking into account her age, the vets felt the kindest thing was to put her to sleep. But it's good news for Bruno. He's responded well to treatment and can go home. Trainee Inspector Adiba Renze has the nice job of taking him.
We're returning this puppy because the doctor has cleared it. He's got a little bit of mange, but anyways, the doctor's given dip for him. The owner needs to dip him once a week, then he'll be okay for that bit of mange that he has.
Bruno can't wait to settle back in. His playmate is happy to see him home too. The SPCA has inspected the owner's yard and is satisfied that all the improvements have been made.
I'm very happy because my dog is back, and since the SPCA took him away, I'm happy to see him again, and it's good to see her in that condition now. Okay, the mother dog, that was my wife's dog. We had that dog since since a small puppy. Everywhere we move, she went with us. I was very sad because she was also my first dog that I did have. Still, I want to say I'm thankful to the SPCA.
Bruno will need follow-up care for the mange, but the SPCA will ensure the owner keeps up with the treatment and doesn't let standards slip.
An idea is to actually run some water down there.
I think it's in this pipe. You see this pipe here?
It was lying just outside here.
It's been 2 weeks since the kitten was rescued in the nick of time from a drain pipe. When she was brought into the hospital, her chances seemed slim, but she fought for life and amazed everyone with her fighting spirit. Animal care assistant Nazima Root has taken a particular shine to her and has been helping with her recovery. Despite being given a clean bill of health, sadly, her terrifying experience seems to have taken its toll.
She's not very sociable now. She's had quite an experience, and you will see that she's not in the comfortable place where they usually go when they relax. She feels safe to be up there, and even if I take her down, she will climb up there again. She's a little scared, a little nervous, but she's allowing me to touch her, which is good. She's not ready yet to be put up for adoption, so we're going to work with her a little, and this is what her reaction is going to be like. Usually kittens are attracted to movement, but nothing. You see, she's moving back. It wouldn't be fair on her to go into a home where people wouldn't understand what she's been through. She's first got to build up that trust again.
It's going to be a long road to recovery, but Nazima is determined that patience will pay off.
She's not going to be very happy when I take her down. Come, don't be scared. I'll go about socializing her by visiting her every day, and from there, with my gentle touch, my gentle voice, she will learn to trust me.